Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedule to attend this meeting on option strategies. Today, we would be covering precisely option strategies. So, let me share my screen first and we'll start. Okay, I'm sure everyone would be able to see my screen now. So, as I mentioned earlier, today we would be covering option strategies. Just to give you a brief, Greeksoft is been in business since 1997. We have more than 150 members across India, and option strategies is our forte. That's our go-to point. So, just a brief. I'll not waste anyone's time today. Just a brief. We give all the major algos and CTCL, and we also provide mobile trading app, APIs, chart-based trading, internet-based trading, RMS solutions, etc. Our option suite. So Alt Z is my two leg, three leg strategy window. Here I can also do triangles as well as butterfly. Alt X is my another window which would cover four leg and box strategy. Control Alt Z is my third window, which will cover six leg strategy. It's called cross butterfly strategy. Then I have couple of windows for IV based strategy. I implied volatility based strategies, wherein I can do a single order implied volatility with delta hedging or spreads based on IVs with delta hedging. Then we have a dynamic delta hedging tool, which will help me dynamically hedge my delta accordingly. So I can hedge my delta quantity wise, price wise. I can hedge the portfolio delta or strategy delta accordingly. And last but not the least is our portfolio management screen. Now, portfolio management screen would work as an RMS tool for the dealer himself. He would be able to see his position. He would be able to manage his delta, gamma. He could view his M2M margins, expenses, payoffs. He can also do a what if analysis or simulation, as we say, wherein he could keep all the parameters constant, just change one parameter and see what would be the effect on his PNL. So I'll cover all the topics one by one. Just to give you a brief, this is how our market watch looks like. So it is more or less same as standard as different vendors in the market. So you get alt F6. You get alt F6 for net position, F8 for trades, F3 for pending, alt and F1 and F2 as your manual orders. So buy and sell. Moving ahead, alt Z, as I mentioned, is our option strategy. You have spreads, triangles, butterfly. Now, when we talk about spread, you can do any two leg spread. Let it be a straddle, a strangle, calendar spread, ratio spread. So, any two leg combination that you want to try is possible on this particular strategy screen. You can also do three leg triangles, that is conversion and reversion. It is also called put call parity. Moving ahead, you can also do butterflies. Now, 1:2:1 is how butterfly works. So you can do a vanilla butterfly, or else you can also do a customized three leg strategy. So a customized three leg strategy is also possible. So this particular screen would cover two leg as well as three leg options, spreads, triangles, butterflies would be covered in all Z strategy. Moving ahead, Alt S is my IV based spread order entry. So, I was able to do spreads in Alt Z, but those were just premium based spreads. In Alt S, I would be able to do not only premium based spreads, but also IV based spreads. So here, this is a screen particularly meant just for spreads. So I can do premium based spreads as well as IV based spreads along with delta hedging. So I can hedge my delta as well while making this strategy. So this delta hedging would be static delta hedging. While making this strategy, I would be able to hedge my delta as well. And on this particular screen, uh, my IV based order entry, I can also do Vega hedging, delta hedging, gamma hedging. I'll show you how it works. Right. Moving ahead, Alt S is what I covered. Moving ahead, we have Alt Q. Now this is my another IV based window. But on this particular window, I will be able to do a single leg IV based strategy. Single leg IV based strategy. So I can buy or sell a particular strike based on its volatility. And here again, I can execute these strategies based on different ratios. I can also do an ITM based order entry on this particular window. Let me cover all the windows one by one so that I'll just give you a basic gist about all the windows. Alt X is my 4 leg strategy. So any 4 leg strategy that I want to execute can be covered in Alt X. So one is my box strategy that I can cover in Alt X. So when I talk about box strategy is a combination of 4 leg strategy. It's a combination of bull spread and bear spread. And then I can cover a customized 4 leg strategy as well in this particular window. So two things can be covered in Alt X, box strategy as well as 4 leg strategy. Moving ahead, this is a new window wherein we have 6 leg strategy. So you can simultaneously execute 6 legs at one go. It is also called cross butterfly strategy because it's a combination of two butterflies. Butterfly being a 3 leg strategy, this is a combination of uh, two butterflies. So it is called cross butterfly strategy. Here I can execute any combination of 6 leg strategy. Any combination of 6 leg strategy is possible on this particular screen. Moving ahead, we also have portfolio management thing. As I mentioned earlier, portfolio management screen would work as a RMS tool for the dealer himself. He would be able to manage all his Greeks, delta, gamma, vega, theta. How much fund has he utilized? How much expenses has he incurred? What is the M2M? How much span margin, exposure margin? It will show everything. It will show you PNL, expiry wise, strategy wise, symbol wise. There are different reports that one can check. The profit and loss report, expense report, fund utilized report, and one can also do a simulation, that is what if analysis. Moving ahead, we have dynamic delta hedging tool. Dynamic delta hedging tool is a tool which will help you dynamically hedge your delta. So now, on the previous screen, we just saw that while making the strategy, we can hedge our delta. Now that was my static delta. While making a strategy, I hedge my delta. But after that, when market moves up or down, continuously my new delta will get generated. So we can hedge our delta as per strategy, as per portfolio. There are different methods by which we can hedge our delta. We can hedge our delta quantity wise, we can hedge our delta percentage wise, price wise, which I'll cover at the later part. I just want to touch Strategy Finder just once because we are gonna have a webinar, a dedicated webinar for Strategy Finder in coming days. Now, Strategy Finder is very useful for the beginners, for the novice, and the ones who want to take a view on the market. So, if you use a Strategy Finder, if you want to see which will be the probable strategies which I would execute, I can work on. All I have to do is I have to select the view. Am I being bullish, bearish, neutral, or volatile, and the expiry, and accordingly the system would throw up the best possible strategies for you. Not only that, it will also will give you maximum gain, maximum loss, and what would be the break even points, how much is the break even point. It will give you everything. And this particular thing is inculcated not only in our algos, but also in our web-based system as well as the mobile app. So it will give you maximum loss, maximum gain, margin use, break evens, and everything. Let me quickly take you to my trading screen. So here we will cover everything that we discussed. We'll start with Alt Z. Alt Z is the screen which is called option strategy on this particular screen. I would be able to do spreads, triangles, and butterflies. So we'll start with spreads first. Any two leg combination that I want, it can be. It can be a straddle, it can be a strangle, it can be a ratio spread, it can be a calendar spread. So any two leg combination that I want to do is possible on this particular screen. I can choose different expiries and do a calendar spread. I can do a ratio by choosing different quantities. So let me do a normal spread for you. So say for example, I want to sell 9300 and I want to buy 9400. Let me sell 9300. Let me buy 9400 call option. So I'm buying 9400. I'm selling 9300. I just simply click on add and it gives me that the actual price difference is 51 rupees 40 paise. Now I want to sell this at say 55 rupees 50 paise. I simply click on add. It says 51.75 is the current rate. Do you want to add at 55.50? I say yes. The rule has not yet started. So there are a couple of settings we can do. The rule can just get started once I add. But just for the safety, I have not opted for the other setting. Now I click on this. I start the rule and you will see it has started bidding in the market. So it will start bidding in the market because here I have chosen quote based. So now it is continuously bidding in the market. If you see, whenever the price gets changed, it is automatically bidding in the market. And it is showing me that the current difference is 51.30. My mandate is 55.50. So whenever my mandate reaches, it will trade in the market. So here, this was my code base. I can also do like IOC. So in IOC, it will be immediate or cancel. It will not show up on the screen. You can also do a two leg IOC. You can choose the base order, which leg should be executed first. Here I had, selected L1 and L2. So now it is bidding in 9400. Once 9400 gets executed, go to 9300. Important thing. So, here by default it is shown as Greeksoft, but you can choose your strategy name as per your convenience. So once you choose the strategy name, it is very important to choose the strategy name, and we suggest you to choose the strategy name. It is very important. Reason being, if you choose the strategy name on my portfolio screen, the RMS screen that we were talking about, on the Greek portfolio screen, you would be able to track all your portfolio strategy wise. So you can manage your Greek strategy wise, and on the dynamic delta hedging screen as well, I would be able to hedge my hedge my Greeks, hedge my delta strategy wise. So it is important that you put a name to it. You can put any name to it, ABC, XYZ, SPD if you're making a spread, or else we have an option wherein it's a setting, back-ended setting, wherein it will automatically make a strategy name for you. Moving ahead, this was my regular order. This was my regular order. I can also make a stop loss order, bracket order, as well as leap and jump. So when we talk about stop loss order, I can put a stop loss entry as well as stop loss for a particular order. So I can put a stop loss difference and trigger point for the stop loss. One point ahead of that is bracket order. So in bracket order, I can not only put the profit difference but also the stop loss. So say for instance, for the same example, let's stick to the same example. I say I want to enter at 55. Stop loss should be 5 rupees and profit should be 5 rupees, for instance. So here I'm not only putting the initial order, but I'm also trying to put the square off order as well. So both the orders would go simultaneously. Let me quickly add. So it shows me that the actual price difference is 51.70. Do you want to add this rule at 55? I say yes. And with that, it will also put profit difference at minus 50 and stop loss at minus 60. So with the initial order, my stop loss as well as profit order will also be inserted in the system. Moving ahead, we also have leap and jump. Leap and jump is an extension of bracket order. So here, again with profit and stop loss, I will also be able to put jump difference. Now, what is jump difference? Jump difference is useful when you are trading in multiple lots. So, say for example, in our example, we just had 75. Let me put it 300. So, say for example, I want to trade 4 lots, 1 lot at a time. So, in total, 4 iterations. So, 75, 75, 4 iterations of 75, 1 lot each. So, here, if I put jump difference as 1 rupee, what does that indicate? So, for the first cycle, my price would be 55 and my profit and stop loss would be minus 50 and minus 60. For the next 75, my price would jump by 1 rupee. So instead of 55, it will be 56 rupees. And accordingly, the profit difference and stop loss will get adjusted at 51 and 61. Then for the next cycle, it will be 57. It will jump by 1 rupee, 57. And 62 and 52 would be my stop loss and profit difference. So accordingly, the initial order will jump as per my jump difference that I've put here. Moving ahead, there's also a reference point. So say for example, I wanted to execute a particular strategy, a spread at a particular price, but not now. I have on my mind a resistance or a support, and I want the system to trade or to execute this particular strategy only when, say for example, I choose here, you know what, I want to trade this at 55 or say 60 rupees, but not now. I want to trade this only when future is greater than or equal to say 9,400 or 9,450. So here, this is an optional thing, it's an optional thing, but yes, you can do that. Right. Moving ahead, so there are other setting windows as well, which due to time constraint I won't cover everything, but I'll give you a basic gist about everything. We can have a one-on-one session as per your requirement, as per your convenience at the later part. uh, One point I wanted to cover is pending order second. So pending order second is most of the times, my second leg will get executed at the same very second, at the same very second. I would say 99, I would say 99 out of 100 times it will cover, or maybe 100 out of 100 times. Just once in a blue moon, if the second leg does not get covered in the same second, there's a sudden spike or sudden rise in the market. So in that scenario, what we can do is we give a setting that, what, within 2 seconds try to modify my second order twice and then do it as per market. So this depends on you, the trader. From trader to trader, how aggressive or passive he is, he can choose different settings. Someone can wait for long, someone just waits for 1 second, and the second leg gets executed as per the mandate. Moving ahead, we have triangles. Triangle is a 3-leg strategy. It is also called conversion and reversion. It's also called put call parity. So now when we talk about reversion, what is reversion? So in reversion, we buy a call option, we sell a put option of the same strike, and we sell a future. So it's a 3-leg strategy. If you can see on your screen, I'm trying to do a reversion for 9400 strike. So it is, it will buy a call option of 9400, it will sell a put of 9400, and it will sell a future as well. So this is a 3-leg strategy. Rest of the settings are same. Here again you will be able to do regular order, stop loss order, bracket order, leap and jump. So this was reversion. We can also do a conversion, which is right exactly opposite to the same. Here we sell the call option and buy put and future. It is also called put call parity. Now this was my triangle. I can also do a butterfly. Now when I talk about butterflies, say for example, if I have to do a short 9500 butterfly. So when I say 9500 short butterfly, 9500 short butterfly means I will short the wings and I will buy the body twice. So 9500 short butterfly is I'll sell 9400, I'll sell 9600, and I'll buy 9500 twice. So as you can see on the screen, I've just made a 9500 short butterfly. Let me quickly try to add this, and it says that the actual difference is 3 rupees. 3 rupees. Okay, I want to make this butterfly at say 350 or 4 rupees. Accordingly, I'll add this rule and I will start bidding in the market. So let me quickly start this rule, and here it has started bidding in the market. So here in this example, my leg one was first, so it is trying to bid for 9400, right? So here it is bidding in the market, and once it gets the mandate, it will bid according, it will trade accordingly. Moving ahead, this was my regular order. Here again, I will be able to do stop loss, bracket order, leap and jump as well. So same way, all the settings are same, but this was my vanilla butterfly. So if you can see in my second leg and third leg, it is not giving me an option to choose different quantities or to choose buy and sell, because this is a vanilla butterfly. It will always be sell, buy, sell, or buy, sell, buy, and 1:2:1 because it's a vanilla butterfly. Now, if I want to make a customized 3 leg strategy, I'll simply come at the price type and choose absolute here. So I come at the price type and I choose absolute here. Now, once I choose absolute here, I'll be able to make any 3 leg combination. So any 3 leg combination, customized 3 leg combination is possible here. So now I can choose any 3 leg combination. If I have to sell everything, if I have to make 1:2, say 1:2, say 3, or maybe 2 of this expiry, 1 of another expiry. Any 3 leg combination that I want is possible now when I come to absolute screen. So to summarize this particular screen, this screen Alt Z is the most popular screen that has been used by our members across. Here I would be able to do any kind of 2 leg spread, any kind of 3 leg spread, butterflies and triangles. You can do a code based, that is bidding or IOC. You can choose your strategy names. You can do regular order, stop loss order, bracket order, leap and jump. We also have load file, save file facility. So say for example, if I had 10 rules or 20 rules, FYI, simultaneously you can run more than 100 rules or 150 rules as well. Okay. And we have this load file, save file facility. So you can save your file in a CSV format, and you can load the same file next day morning as well. Moving ahead, I'll go to Alt X. Alt X is my 4 leg strategy. I can do box strategy as well as 4 leg orders. So when I talk about box strategy is nothing but a combination of bull and bear strategy. So here, say for example, if I choose 9300 and 9400, I'm buying a call of 9300, so it will sell a put of 9300, and I'm selling a call of 9400, so it will buy a put of 9400. So this is a vanilla box strategy wherein I can see, I am only allowed to choose first option and third option. That is 9300 and 9400, and accordingly the second and fourth option are done automatically. This is a box strategy. Let me quickly add. It will say, actual price difference is 1 rupee 50 paise. Accordingly, I can put my price here. Say, for example, I put -1. I add it accordingly, and I start the strategy. This is my vanilla box strategy. But say, for example, if I have to make a customized 4 leg strategy, when that is possible, Okay, the trades got executed because my mandate was reached. The trades got executed. 4 leg strategy. Here in this 4 leg strategy, it's a customized 4 leg strategy. I can make any combination of 4 leg in this particular strategy. So say for example, I have if I have to choose 9300, 9400, 9500, 9600, or any 4 leg combination that you want to choose. Choose two calendars, or maybe two straddles, two strangles. You can make any combination, any 4 leg combination. Again, the ratios as well. If you really want to change the quantity, 4 leg combination is possible. And same, you can do it in regular order, close order, bracket order, and jump. So this particular screen, Alt X as strategy. So box strategy and 4 leg strategy. Two particular strategies would be covered in this particular screen. Rest of the things are more or less same. You can choose your strategy name. You can do it code wise, IOC wise. Again, you can also do a product difference. Now, this price type I did not mention on the Alt Z screen as well. There's another price type. One is absolute. Absolute is useful. Absolute is when you do it in the same ratio. One is, but whenever you do a ratio of 1:2, 2:3, or when the quantities are not the same, you always need to choose the price type as product difference. So this applies for Alt Z and the other screens as well. Whenever you do a combination of 1:1, when the quantities are same, you choose absolute difference. And whenever the quantities differ, if it's in a ratio, any ratio, you need to choose product difference. Right. So we covered Alt Z, which had spreads, triangles, and butterflies. Now we covered Alt X, which had box and 4 leg strategy. We'll move to Alt S. Now Alt S is my spread order window. This is precisely just a spread order window. But here, unlike Alt Z, where I was able to do spreads based on the premiums. So there we made a spread wherein we sold 9300 and we bought 9400, if you remember, and the price was somewhere around 50-52 rupees. Let me add the same thing here again, and it shows me the same thing. Actual price difference is 52 rupees 10 paise. So here I can make a combination. I want to sell this say at 55 or 55.50 as we did it previously. It is possible, but the add-on feature here is I can hedge my delta as well. Now, this delta hedging would be static delta hedging. When I say static delta hedging, that means while making this strategy, now, if I'm doing a 75-75, I don't think, much of the delta would get generated since I'm buying one and selling one. So it will nullify most of the delta. But, if I'm selling a if I'm selling both the strikes, or if I'm buying both the strikes, or if it's in a huge quantity, if it's in a big number, in that scenario, what I can do is, while making this strategy, whatever delta is generated, I can hedge that delta using my delta hedging parameter. So I tell the system, what, while making this strategy, please hedge my delta. And how do I want to hedge my delta? Do I want to hedge it through future, through options, through synthetic options? So all the features are possible here. All the possibilities are here. Most of the people do it through future because it is less confusing. Future delta is 1, so it is easy to calculate. Many would do it with options. So when you do it with options, you have a chance to select the expiries. So I say, what, by monthly expiry only. I don't want to do it in weekly expiry, and I want to do it with say 90 9200 call option, or maybe 9200 put option. So I can do that. If you choose synthetic, then it will choose the call and put accordingly. It will choose it accordingly. So all the possibilities are here for you to choose from. This was my absolute, which was also possible in AltZ, but the add-on here is I can do delta hedging as well. Moving ahead, I can also do IV based spreads. So once I click on add, it will show me that the IV of 9400 is 34.23, the IV of 9300 is 34.79. The actual IV difference here is 0.56. I say okay, 0.56, make it 0.75. Okay, if the difference is 0.75, I'm interested to execute this spread, and I want to hedge my delta with future. So I've added this. It shows me the current market difference. It shows me the difference that I want, and I simply start the rule. So accordingly, it has started bidding in the market. So it is bidding in the market as per my mandate. Okay. And on this particular screen as well, I will be able to do leap and jump. So leap and jump is possible on this particular screen. So if I want to shift, initially I want the difference as 0.75, then I want to shift by 0.05. So say the other, for the second lot, it will be 0.80. For the third lot, it will be 0.85. So even that is possible. Moving ahead, this was my actual difference. Actual difference. So if you see, I am able to, on my screen, I am able to insert quantity for both the legs. But, you know, again, if I don't want to use delta hedging and I want to do it here itself, I can do that. I tell the system, what, adjust the delta accordingly. So here, all I have to do is I have to put the quantity for the first leg. For the second leg, the quantity will get auto adjusted. So you see, I am not able to insert the quantity for the second leg because the quantity for the second leg will get auto adjusted and my delta will get neutralized automatically. I can simply do that for Vega and Gamma as well. So if I choose Vega, then the second leg quantity would get auto adjusted and accordingly my Vega would get neutralized. So even that is possible. So there are different ratio methods. Actual is wherein it gives me chance to do it for both delta, Vega, Gamma. So when I choose delta method or Vega method or Gamma method, my second leg would get auto adjusted and then accordingly my Greek will get neutralized. Moving ahead, we have Alt Q. Alt Q is my single leg IV order entry. So on this particular screen, I would be able to buy or sell a delta based on IVs. So based on IVs, I would be able to sell or buy a delta. So let me 9300, let me buy this. I simply click on add. It will show me what is the IV. So it says actual ask IV is 3491. I say okay, 3491. I want this to be executed when the IV is 3470, for instance. I simply click on add and I start this through. Okay. So now it has started bidding in the market as per 3470. There are a couple of biddings which are happening. One is at 94, one is at 93. So you would be able to see down in the screen, it is bidding in the market and it will get executed as per the mandate. And now on this particular screen, I want to buy 9300 based on its volatility. And again, I want to hedge the delta. This is the same static delta that we had in spread screen. The same thing, if I want to hedge the static delta, do I want to hedge it with equity, future, options, synthetic? I have all the options available. Moving ahead, there's one more thing that we can do here, and this is very important. Traders do it regularly. Now, instead of actual, again here I want to do it Vega wise. So say for example for 9300, I want to sell 1 lakh value of Vega for 9300 call option. So I simply select here 1 lakh. Accordingly, whatever the Vega of 9300 is, accordingly it will adjust the quantity. So I simply click on tab. You can see the quantity is auto adjusted. So 11,550 is the total quantity it will buy to get my Vega value of 1 lakh. Or say for example, I wanted to sell the Vega. So I'm selling the Vega of say 1 lakh quantity. So for 9300, whatever the Vega, accordingly it auto adjusted the total quantity. So Vega wise, you can see, the quantity got auto adjusted. Same way, if I wanted to do delta wise, the quantity will, all I have to put is the value. Now people do it theta wise. They sell as per the time value. So say for example, if I have to do for say 10,000 quantity, say 10,000 value theta value, it is auto adjusting the quantity. You can see 1200 quantity. So traders are using this particular feature extensively to trade on a particular strike. As per theta value, as per Vega value, as per delta value, and it makes life simple for them. Again, leap and jump facility is available on this particular screen as well. So on this particular screen, you would be able to do single leg buy sell based on the volatility. And we also have an ITM feature wherein I can trade as per the in the money difference as well. Moving ahead, we have an F7 screen. Now F7 screen is my portfolio management screen. Let me quickly log into my F7 screen. It's a portfolio management screen. Now, as I told you earlier, F7 screen works as an RMS for the dealer himself. So now, say for example, I have traded something in Nifty. Now, all my trades which are executed, all the executed trades would come and sit on this particular window. So I can see my portfolio symbol wise. I did some trades in Kotak Bank, Nifty, Reliance, SBI, and TCS. Expiry wise, I can choose my strategy wise. So, as I told you earlier, initially, uh, by default, it will show you Greeksoft, but you can name your strategies as well. So, if I had some 2 lakh strategy, I named it as 2L. I had some 3 lakh strategies, 4 lakh strategies. 91, 92 was when I did a 9100, 9200 call option. So, I can choose strategy wise as well. Now, on this particular screen, what you are able to track? You are able to track your portfolio delta. So here I'm able to see that my delta is 188 short. To neutralize, I have to long 188. I'm able to see theta. I'm able to see Vega, Gamma, how much fund is utilized, what is my net balance, what is the M2M, days M2M, and total M2M. It will also show me span margin, exposure margin, premiums. So this particular screen is for you. Now, again, it is showing me 19 days left to expire. Now, I'll cover some reports first and then I'll go to the what if analysis, which is my simulation session. So once I click on report, it will give me summary report. Summary report is wherein I would be able to see everything, that I have traded. So I had HDFC, Nifty, Bank Nifty, SBI and Kotak, blah, blah, blah. So everything on one screen, their M2Ms, their balances, everything on one screen. Moving ahead, I would be able to see expense report, margin report, fund utilized report, reconciliation report, Greek simulation report. Now, Greek simulation report is nothing but a what if analysis. So, for this particular screen, for this particular strategy, or for this particular portfolio, 19 days are left. I want to check, what if there are only 9 days left, or maybe 5 days left, what would be my PNL? So, I choose the differences and I see, what would be my PNL when 5 days are left, and what would be my PNL on the expiry. Accordingly, what would be my Greeks on that particular day? I can also choose the IVs and see what would be the PNL on my for my portfolio, what would be my PNL on a particular day, and also on the expiry day. I can do that for all these strategies, the strategies that I had defined. Moving ahead, I can also do paper trading in my F7 window. So if I have something on my mind and I don't want to execute it directly in the market, I want to execute here first and see what would be the PNL or what would be the effect on my portfolio. I can simply do a manual trading as well. So, a manual trade entry here. Now, this manual trade entry would stay on this F7 screen and it won't go on a market. So I can make an entry here, and accordingly, this will work as a paper trade. And I can name that strategy so that I can bifurcate, so that I can differentiate it with other strategies. So I simply click here and say test, and I punch an order. So then you can see for yourself, how useful this particular F7 window is, wherein I would not only be able to track my Greeks, funds, expenses, margins, but also do paper trading, and there are different kind of reports that I can work on. Moving ahead, this particular screen has been closely looped with my dynamic delta hedging screen. So couple of years back, all our traders normally used to come on this particular window and see what is my delta. So, okay, 189 is my delta. Let me hedge my delta manually. So they used to hedge their delta manually. So they used to, buy future accordingly. Say 2 lots or 3 lots as per their mandate. Now what we have done is we have closely looped this particular portfolio management screen with our dynamic delta hedging screen. So whenever I put mandate in my DDH screen, that DDH screen would quickly come and fetch the information from F7 screen and it accordingly. So let me quickly log on to my DDH screen. Okay. So this is my DDH screen, dynamic delta hedging screen. Now in my DDH screen, I would be able to hedge my delta on a portfolio level. I would be able to hedge my delta on a strategy level. So, if I had some strategies, SPD, SPD1, XYZ, any strategy that I had wanted to hedge that delta, that is possible. I had 2L, 3L, 4L, as you can see on my on my F7 screen as. So that is why we tell you to give a particular name to a strategy so that you can bifurcate and you can hedge them on your F7 screen and DDH screen. So it is important that you name your strategies. It is highly advisable. Moving ahead, let me stick to Greeksoft for a while. Okay. Now, there are different methods by which you can hedge your delta. The most commonly used method is delta quantity. So, say for example, I tell the system for a particular strategy, you know what? Whenever you see 75 delta or say 150 delta, so you can change the quantities. I say 150 delta, and you can also change positive and negative delta parameters, because someone might have appetite to stand till 150 delta for on the positive side, but he or she might not have that might not have that appetite to stand at the negative side. So here I'll be able to choose how do I want to hedge the delta. Do I want to hedge it through future, through options, through equity? Most of them do it through future because it's easy, as I told you earlier, because future delta is one, easy to calculate, makes life simple. But then, yes, again, you can do it through options. You can choose the strikes. Do you want to do it through ATM option, or maybe any particular strike that I want to do it through? You can do it with synthetic options. When you do it through synthetic options, it will automatically choose, call or put option accordingly. So it'll do it accordingly. You can do it through synthetic options. You can do it through equity. If you're working in equity options, you can choose equity as well, right? Now this was delta quantity, which is the mostly used method. Delta quantity, and I can choose different parameters. For positive, as I told you, I want 150. For negative, I want say 75. I can still do that. For positive, I want it to be hedged by future, but for negative, I want to be hedged through option. Even that is possible. So there are different permutation combinations that are possible in this particular screen. Moving ahead, so this was delta quantity. I can do it with price wise as well. So I tell the system, you know what, as of now, the reference price, I need to give a reference price, start point. So I tell the system, as of now, the price is 94.50. From here, if market moves, say 50 points up or down, or from here, if market moves, say 30 points up or down, then whatever the new delta is generated, I want to hedge it through future or options or synthetic. So I can do that. Same way, I can do it percentage wise as well. So percentage wise, I tell the system, you know what, as of now, the reference price is 94.50. From here, if the market moves, say 0.2% up or down, or say 0.1% up or down, or half a percent up or down, I want to hedge my delta through, again, future options or any possible combination. So that can be done. So dynamic delta hedging screen would help you hedge your delta on a real time basis. Initially, you were able to hedge the static delta on our Alt S and Alt Q screen, but then after that, when market moves up or down, market moves up or down, you can dynamically hedge your delta with the help of DDH screen. So, guys, more or less, that summarizes our session. We also will have a dedicated session on strategy finder in coming weeks, and my team would inform you accordingly. So today what we covered was our option strategy screen, wherein we were able to do all Z, which is my spreads, triangles, and butterfly screen. I'm quickly summarizing it, just in case someone might have missed it. Spread, triangle, butterfly screen. So it's a alt Z screen, which will help you do spreads, triangles, butterflies, and customize three leg strategies. Then we moved to alt X. Alt X was helpful in making you do box strategies and four leg strategies. In every strategy, we had regular order, stop loss order, bracket order, and leap and jump. We had Alt S. Alt S was a dedicated screen for spreads, wherein I was able to do not only premium based spreads but also IV based spreads. Then we had Alt Q. Alt Q was single leg buy or sell based on volatility and ITM. And here again, we were able to do different kinds of ratios: Vega ratio, theta ratio, gamma ratio. Then we moved to our F7 screen. F7 screen was my portfolio management screen. I was able to manage all my Greeks, my M2M, my expenses, my margins. I can do a what if analysis, paper trading. Everything is possible on this particular screen. This screen was closely looped to my dynamic delta hedging screen. DDH screen is used to hedge my delta quantity wise, price wise, percentage wise. So overall, you can hedge your position as well. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Stay safe. Stay home. Stay safe. Take care of your family. Goodbye for now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.